You know, I've been seeing a lot lately. They've got people are thinking they're socialists or want to be socialists. It's caught on pretty big back during the election. Uncle Bernie, crazy Bernie, well, Bernie Sanders, he had everybody sold on his version of socialism that's supposed to make everybody great. And this kind of stuff, this is not new. It's spooky, but it's not new. It happened back during the Great Depression, and socialism caught on. Everybody was scared, and and I think there's a lot of envy involved. We just come out of the Great Recession, so it's only natural that people would be envious, jealous, and scared. And it's real easy to sell that on young people. We all young occasionally, and if you've never been informed about really what road you're going down, you don't know any better. But I just like you to think about, have you ever had to deal with people down there where you get your driver's license, or have you ever had something screwed up and had to see somebody in Nashville or something like that? The state government. How do you like that? Would you rather go down to the hardware store and deal with them people? At least if you get something messed up, they'll listen to you, and you're not dealing with a bunch of bureaucrats. But socialism means you're going to be dealing with government and everything. You can't even get toilet paper in Venezuela, but it's like this. The way socialism works, the idea of socialism is you divide the wealth equally, and that can be done. You could freeze everything like it is right now and divide everything up equal, and everybody'd be happy for a little while, except the ones that lost money. But it would be fair. Yeah, okay, you think so. Problem is, it's just like if you bake a pizza, and that's what they always say, divide the pizza. You bake a pizza, and you decide that you're going to divide it up equally among everybody. Well, fact of the matter is, what will really happen is the people that are dividing it will take it in the back room, and they'll divide it into equal pieces, less a little extra for themselves, so they'll actually get more than other people. But why shouldn't they? I mean, they're the ones doing the dividing, ain't they? And that's the way the people clamoring for socialism think too. They don't expect they're ever going to be the guy that gets the short end of the stick. They're going to be one of the overseers, and they're going to help divide because they're superior to the rest of us anyway, right? So they'll take the pizza in the back room and divide it up and bring everybody out a piece, but keep a little extra for themselves because they had extra effort. A capitalist would just bake more pieces. If everybody wanted more, he'd just keep making pizzas till everybody got all they wanted. Now, some people would get a lot more than others, but everybody would have more than they would have had the other way. And that's the way capitalism and socialism work. If you don't believe it, and there are other reasons, but just a great off-the-cuff example is Cuba. If you look at the pictures coming out of Havana, you see all these here old 1959 Chevrolets, 58 Fords, and on like that, and they're still running, they're still using them. And it's not because they're great fans of 1950s model products, it's that they froze the wealth. They froze the wealth. Of course, this wasn't even a perfect division, but they froze the wealth. Didn't create any new cars. So they're all driving the same cars they had back then. And that's the way socialism will work. Wherever it goes, it eventually degrades into the overseers are doing pretty good and not wanting to give up their power, and the working man who, first off, socialism's theft. I mean, the only thing you own when you're born into the world is yourself. Nobody will argue that you don't own yourself in most cases anyway. So, the only thing you have as a self is time, and any time you require somebody else to work for you for nothing, you're taking part of their time, you're owning part of them. So, if you want to be owned by somebody else and you want to drive 1959 cars, probably would. You want to drive 2018 cars from now on, then just jump right on that bandwagon and enjoy it. But then, I'm just no hillbilly geezer of thinking. You need to think a little for yourself if you're in favor of this foolishness, but that's all I got to say about it.